to knock me down, I ain't going out. As the culture turns, you gotta figure it out. They see you getting it poppin', they gon' try and come around. I be down to go out last and keep it live round. In the blick, get you hit. Bitch, we gon' get you first. Don't get caught up in the mix. Better watch out for that blitz. Can't deny that I'm lit. You can't deny that I'm lit.
Can't deny that I'm lit. Gotta ride with your blick. Fuck watching for the option. Be the cops to get you hit. I just right up off the porch. Mama said stay up out the mix. Niggas up when I was broke. They left me down on my dick. They left me down. Now I won't be around now. I fuck this bitch, take her to Pound Town. When I was broke, they used to laugh at me. My dad died, it was a tragedy. His man died, it was sad to see. You smoking knobs like a bag of weed. And I black, get you in. Bitch, we gon' get you first. As the culture turns.
Drip like a pool. I know they tryna knock me down, I ain't going out. As the culture turns, you gotta figure it out. They see you getting it poppin', they gon' try and come around. I be down to go out last and keep it live round. In the blink, get you hit. Bitch, we gon' get you first. Culture turns, caught up in the mix. Better watch out for that blitz. Can't deny that I'm lit. You can't deny that I'm lit.
All right, y'all. What's up? Welcome to As the Culture Turns. My name is Jameer. I'll be your moderator for today's episode. And before we get into everything, I just want to make sure that you all subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. Now, before we get into our topic for the day, I want to introduce my queen tributers for the day. Now, I start from top to bottom. So I'm going to start with Cortisha, a.k.a. Shank. What's up with you?
Hey, y'all.
Next, we got Naya, a.k.a. Naya Rose. What's up with you?
What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Hey. And last but not least, we got our newest addition to As the Culture Turns. She covered the mess, so you don't have to stress. Give it up for Queen Sharon in the motherfucking building.
What's up, everybody? I feel like I should do like a Philly accent. You know what I'm saying? What y'all on?
There we go. Welcome to it. Definitely. Yep. Thank you. So for today's episode is going to be centered around reality TV. Is it helping or hurting the culture? We're going to get right into it. All right. So some may say that reality TV for Black women is equivalent to what football is for Black men. Football players take hits and blows while reality stars call their co-stars bitches and hoes. Now let's dig deeper into it. If done correctly, reality TV can help you build generational wealth for your family. If done incorrectly, it can just create generational embarrassment for your family. Now, success stories include women such as Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, who used American Idol to launch their music career, which was a competition reality show. Other women such as K. Michelle and Cardi B used Love and Hip Hop to launch their musical careers, which may be seen as a last resort for washed up artists like Tiara Marie, who still is washed up to this day. Now, in today's time, we have a new reality star by the name of Chrisean Rock. I think we all know Chrisean Rock on here, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So, for example, she is being described as the Cardi B of the Zeus Network, which I agree with because there are similarities between the two. Do y'all want to hear the similarities?
Of course.
All right, and then nod and let me know if you agree, you disagree, let me know. So first, they both have likable personalities. And lastly,
I disagree with that.
you disagree with that?
Not very much.
All right, I got you. That's good. All righty. And
I
lastly,
can't say.
what about you, Queen Sharon?
Oh, I disagree.
You disagree? Okay, there we go. But let's see if y'all agree with this one. Lastly, they both started off with fucked up teeth. Well, Chrisean's teeth is still fucked up. But I say all that to say, fix your fucking teeth, get rid of Blueface Chrisean, and maybe you can flourish like a Cardi B.
Oh my God.
All righty. Now I got something. I got something to ask you, ladies, before we move on. All righty, real quick. Where did I put that meme at? I don't think I got it right here. All right. Let me see. Oh, yeah, right here. I want to ask you each, lady. I want to ask each of you this question. All righty. Do y'all agree? This right here say no girl on my timeline can beat Chrisean Rock. Now on my timeline currently, it is you three ladies. Cortisha, do you think you could beat Chrisean Rock?
If I can, I'm still gonna fight back.
What about you, Naya?
I don't really think I can, but it depends on the night. I have to catch her on like a night when she's slipping. If I sneak her, yeah, I can beat her. But on some one-on-one and she really prepared, no, I don't think I could. Honestly, cause she on a different type. I don't know if she on a drug. I don't know what's going on, but she got some Power Ranger strength. So no.
And how about for you, Queen Sharon?
Well, I would say yeah, and here's the reason why. If we going toe to toe fist, Krishan probably got my ass, but since I know what to expect, I'm picking up a brick, I'm picking up a vase, I'm picking up a bottle, and I'm knocking that bitch the fuck out. I'm gonna get her before she gets me.
Period.
There we go. I like that. I like that. All righty, so we're gonna get I like that. So we definitely gonna get further into the topic. But before we get into that, y'all do know that I just turned 30, right? You know, so I just want to give y'all a quick recap of what my weekend was like. You know, I finally crossed over to the 30, and then believe it or not, I know we all look good here. All of us are 30 plus on the screen, you know. So respect the melanin on the screen. You feel me? Respect that melanin. But I do want to give y'all a quick little recap of what I did for my 30th. So one of my friends took me out for a 21 again night where I was able to go out to the club, and as you can see, you feel me, I was out there with the little Jones out there. Feel me? They wanted me. I don't care what nobody say. They wanted me. You feel me?
Looking back.
They was all on me. You feel me? You see? Feel me? They was looking back at it. You feel me? But yeah, my friend took me out for a 21 again night, and I can say that it was actually very good because I know in my early 20s I used to party all night. You feel me? I used to go out, do everything and everything. And as of recently, I became a little bit more laid back. You know? So that's how my Saturday started. I would say the first part of the weekend. And then after that, I wanted to do something more on a spiritual level for my actual birthday. So I had wound up going to a place in Delaware called the Belmore Inn. The Belmore Inn, which is a spa and retreat where you go, you get massages. They got like yoga classes, meditation, health coaches there. Right here is the massage I got. I got a traditional Chinese massage. And when I tell you, she was putting in that work. Like she got up on that table. She was getting every little bone, yeah, you feel me? Like she was getting every nick out. And they say that Chinese massages actually help with depression. So that's the main reason why I had got it, you know? And then after that, I just, you know, wanted to do something that I never did before. And I never thought I would be one of these people, but I actually wanted to like sit in the rain and do my meditation and everything. And that was like a very different experience for me because I feel like it helped me connect closer to the earth, and it helped me to release some anger I may have had and help me release some, you know, trauma. Not all of it, but I feel like it helped me release some of it, you know, and it was a starting point with that, you know. So that's what I had just did briefly for my 30th birthday. And I just encourage anyone who is trying to get in touch with their inner self, just learn to try to take a trip like that, whether it's for a day, whether it's at home, just try to do things to connect closer to yourself, especially as we get older, you know, because I feel like a lot of our trauma circle the block and try to disturb us when we on our high, you know. So I just want to make sure that, you know, people learn to just check in with themselves, you know. There we go. All right, so now let's get back into the topic for the day, okay? So again, we are talking about reality shows, alrighty? So reality shows such as Love and Hip Hop, the Real Housewives franchise, and Bad Girls Club have been depicted to show women in a negative light, especially Black women. I have my first question for you ladies. I'm gonna start with you, Cortisha. Ladies, do you feel like reality shows is helping or hurting the culture?
It's kind of like in the middle. I feel like a lot of Black women can relate to certain situations that occur on the show with their families or in relationships. You know, like a lot of women get cheated on, and they can kind of relate to that, or it could be like, you know, family issues or past trauma we kind of can relate to. But then it'd be like the back and forth with different women, how we be kind of disrespecting each other and downplaying each other, that kind of make us look bad as Black women. So it's kind of in the middle for me. But I would say more so bad because it just be so much of the negativity of us going against each other. The bad, just like the back and forth. Yeah,
I got you. All right. How about for you, United? Same question. Do you feel like reality shows is helping or hurting the culture?
I feel like it's both. Like for me, I feel like in a way it's helpful, and then it's not helpful. And I'm gonna tell you why. I say it's helpful because the fact that, all right, now you're putting yourself out there. It's a way to brand yourself. It's a way to receive resources, and to connect with other Black women who are doing good and that is successful. And like you be exposed to more stuff. And then on the other hand, even if you're a Black woman that come on these shows and you want to be positive, the media don't want that because they feel like if you're positive, that makes the views go down. So they force you to be ghetto, ratchet, and just be messy. Like, not, you can tell a lot of those girls, like when you speak on the Bad Girls Club and different things, they do come from like bad backgrounds. But even if they felt like that's their way out, now I'm on TV, I don't have to live this lifestyle anymore. But that's what people still want to see. I want to see that you're still struggling and you got a lot of drama, you got a lot of things going on in your life, just like me, so I won't feel alone. And also, a lot of those white people that are running these medias, that's how they look at us, and that's how we are depicted to be. So it's like, yeah, keep that going. And then when you start changing and being positive, they like, no. And then they start trouble with somebody else on the show to provoke you, to keep you, at a standstill. They never want to see us elevate. So I just feel like it can be good. You can do, like, you got to make the best out of it. But even when you try to make the best out of it, they don't want to see that. They just want to see you down. So that's why I say it could be good. And at the same time, it's still bad for me.
Got you.
How I feel.
There we go. All right. And how about for you, Queen Sharon? What are your thoughts?
I would say I'm definitely in the middle too. I'm leaning more towards the bad, and this is why I feel like good, because you do have those situations like Cardi B, and it shows, she came from a stripper background, nobody taking her seriously, and then she really applied herself. She believed in herself, and she, became like our shining star. I love Cardi B, and you can see after Cardi B elevated, she didn't go back to Love and Hip Hop. That was over for her.
It.
But the problem that I see a lot is that these women, Black women especially, they get into these positions, and like Naya was saying, they're provoked, they're fighting, they're this, that, and the other. They're pulling Krishan rocks. And what that does in a lot of situations is it blocks you from ever being able to elevate, because you've done so much shit trying to stay relevant on the show that nobody's going to want to fuck with you. Nobody's going to want to work with you. Nobody's going to take you seriously. And I see a lot of women, Black women in these reality shows, that could really go further, but they've kept themselves in that box because of what they were willing to do to stay in the spotlight for that small amount of time. And that spotlight is always going to move to somebody else. We see it in reality TV all the time, the cast changing. So that, that's how I feel.
I like that.
I agree. I definitely agree with
I like all three of your answers. I do like that. That's good.
Because honestly, it remind me of when she said Cardi B, it remind me of the whole situation with Blac Chyna elevating, and everybody like, keep being the freak. Don't try to love Jesus now, So it reminds me even of that, with her trying to change her life. People don't want to see it.
They definitely don't, especially when it's Black people, I think, So that's definitely good. Now I got another question for y'all now.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure
and also, I also feel the way that they put us in certain situations, like the way that they edit it, or the situations they put us in, it makes us look more ratchet. It makes us look more ghetto. Like everybody looks at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and so sophisticated. Then you got the Real Housewives of Atlanta, when you're gonna get that, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's kind of like they're on the outside laughing at us. Like, let's put these Black people in this situation and we're gonna get a good show. You know what I'm saying? Rather than, I said this, I think the other day, Love and Hip Hop, they go on a trip. Real Housewives, they go on a trip to, where did they go? The Ultimate
Thailand.
Girl.
Yeah, I just started watching that.
Right, but then Love and Hip Hop family reunion, they just going down to like Tennessee or whatever. It wasn't Tennessee, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they going the next state over. You know what I'm saying? I don't really you know what I'm saying, that they put that much effort into us, but you know what I'm saying? But that's it. Just had to say that.
No, that's good. I like that for sure. I like all your opinions on that for sure. And there's some truth to that. Now I gotta ask y'all a question. And then I'm gonna put the picture up on the screen. And then with this one, I'm gonna start with you first, Naya. If offered a contract to participate in a reality show, would you sign up? Now, this is the kick right here. You'll make $1,000 per episode. However, in the contract, it stated that you must get into at least one physical altercation. And this is the reality show that I'm talking about. The Real Side Chicks of Los Angeles. Now,
you did it.
And the reason why I'm gonna ask all three other questions, but I went to Naya first because because you did say, like, it can help, it can give you more exposure, and then sometimes a lot of these things have storylines, so sometimes it can be like you being a exaggerated version of yourself. So,
Right.
given everything I just said, would you consider being on the Real Side Chicks of Los Angeles if you're getting $1,000 an episode, but you got to get at least one fight?
Now listen, this is the thing. I'm gonna say no, but at the same time, how long the fight gotta be? It's like no, no, I'm playing. I honestly don't want to do it because again, it's your reputation. But at the same time, if I'm on there and I just so happen to get in a fight because I wanted to get in a fight because somebody disrespected me, that's a whole different story. But if I had to, I'm not really looking forward. I'm looking really forward to like build and really like get out there. I still want to be able to build those connections, add those resources without having to fight. Why I gotta fight? Unless it's worth fighting. You understand? Like somebody stole something or did something extra. Okay, yeah, we fighting. But just like, all right, $1,000 an episode. That do sound a little good. I don't know. It's like I'm playing, but just that one. No, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
But I'm thinking though. I'm thinking.
You know. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'm gonna go to you next, Queen Sharon. Again, you offer this contract. You'll make $1,000 an episode. However, you must get in at least one physical altercation. Are you gonna accept this or not? And yes, this is the reality show, the Real Side Chicks of Los Angeles, or wherever city y'all in.
Man, fuck that contract. I'm not signing that contract. And this is the reason I'm not willing to sell my soul to the devil. I still have morals. Now, I'm not sitting there and saying that I'm not a fighter, because if somebody was to step to me with some shit like that, hell yeah, I would definitely. It's like what Naya said, but it's going to be my choice.
Right.
Nobody is going to sit there and push me into anything that can sit, because that $1,000, guess what? It's going to come and it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
That image that they have of you, that's going to stick on you forever. So if I'm really trying to elevate, for me personally, no, I'm not. And $1,000, nigga, you better up my worth. $1,000 per episode. But no, it's a no for me.
What if they say, I'm gonna add a little context to it, then I'm gonna go to you, Cortisha. What if they say the more drama you get in, the more your money will go up? Because that is what happens, you know? You get in more episodes, your worth go up. But it look like your face say, nigga, still fuck no.
Yeah, like nobody's gonna push me into anything. Because you know, when I get around people, I want to have a good time. I want it like, damn, I can't have a drink, I can't chill. Instead, we got to throw hands. Like now, if it comes to that, yes, but I don't like storylines. I don't like storylines.
Me too. I like everything.
How about for you, Cortisha? Again, you offered a contract to be on the Real Side Chicks of Philly, right? You feel me? $1,000 the episode. However, in the contract,
I'm not even from Philly, so
the Real Housewives of Chester.
No, I'm sorry, no. And I'm a mom too, so no. I wouldn't even want my sons to see me
without the kids.
Without the kids, no.
All right.
I'm like you know, I'm such like a peacemaker. Like I don't even like drama, that negativity. Like no, and like you can make $1,000 a week with a job at Amazon. You get that any job nowadays. So no.
Alrighty. So hypothetically speaking, then we're gonna move on to the next part. Hypothetically speaking, everybody got a price. I don't care what nobody say. What would be your price? Start with you, Cortisha. Per episode, like 10,000.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I gotta be like, I don't know. Oh my gosh! Yeah,
she's gonna be mad. How about you, Naya? I know you got a price.
I have a price. So I was thinking between like, I was like, all right, realistically, I can't say 10 bands. Who are you? Like, who is she to pay for that? So I was thinking like between 2,500 to 5,000. If I have to get into one fight, but I'm gonna pick it with like, I don't know, it gotta be the smallest person, because I'm not about to pick a fight on purpose and then get beat. But no, just all jokes aside, I really wouldn't want to do it. But if I had to, it would be between 25,000 and I meant 2,500 and 5,000, and I'm fighting the smallest person.
There we go. How about you, Queen Sharon?
Well, this is gonna seems a little bit cocky, but I want 50,000, and this is the reason why. I'm putting myself at risk, nigga. If I get fucking Melissa Ford got hit over the head with a goddamn bottle and was in a fucking wheelchair. You're not finna sit. No, and I want it in the clause that you're gonna pay for hospital bills if need be. Okay, because you're not gonna get me fucked up, have something permanently, have an eye leaning to the side, and bitch, I got 10 grand for that motherfucking episode, and I got an eye going this way. That's not right. 50,000.
There we go. Listen, that's what I said. Everybody got their price.
That's one.
They definitely got their price. I get that, and I can say, I have like a little experience. I didn't do a reality show, but I did like a docu series type thing where Then when I was casted in that aired in Germany, and even though it wasn't like a drama show like that, it was a political documentary. And it was during the 2020 election where we had to pick between Trump or Biden, and obviously at the time I picked Biden. And my storyline was like the Black Lives Matter storyline. So when I did a lot of filming for like I would say they sent me. It was at the height of COVID, so they sent me a camera to film myself. And then they came out for 3 days, and I did a lot of filming. But because my storyline was the Black Lives Matter storyline, so much got cut up. I met with some friends at Starbucks talking about stuff that didn't make the show. They thought they was going to be on TV. They didn't make it, And when I went to the protest with our former co-host Kendall, a lot of that made it and everything. But the way they edited it, they made it seem like I was the leader of the protest, But it's okay, and I got paid for it. You feel me? So I do got a little experience with it. So storylines, they definitely do want you to stick to that particular storyline for sure. All right, y'all. So now we're gonna go to the next topic. Not the next topic, the next segment. And this next segment is called "What Would You Do?" I'm gonna tell you, ladies, now drop the political correct shit for this segment because I want to know your honest answers, even if it's politically correct. Hopefully, that's your honest answer. So right here, this is called "What Would You Do?" And I'm gonna start with you, Cortisha, right here. So I'm gonna put this thing up on the screen, and you let me know. You are the person in the blue dress. If this happens to you, how do you think you would react? Okay. And we all saw this growing up.
Oh my God.
Oh, ain't no damn political correct. I'm whooping ass. Fuck the cameras. Excuse my friend. Listen, ain't none of that. You spit on me. Like she paused. Like after this, I remember this whole episode. I remember. This. No, I would have kept chasing her. She pushed her. I would have kept going. You just spit on me. That's the worst thing you could do to anybody. Like I would have kept going. I'm sorry.
There we go. Okay.
I would have got her. I
got you. All right. So Queen Shea, I'm gonna go to you next now. All right. So I added a little context to this one. Okay. Mm-hmm. So hypothetically speaking, you're at a banquet for your husband's job. And at this banquet, they can bring their wives. Another wife you don't get along with approaches you. Y'all have your words, and then she proceeds to tug at your hair. Now, can I ask you, are you going to respond like this and say, oh, irrelevant? Or are you going to be like Portia and you taking it down to the ground? What we doing?
Okay, well, I'm going to be 100% honest. You know what I'm saying? That's my husband. That's his job. I'm not going to go in there and do that and show my ass in front of his job. But what I am going to do, because I supported fucking Portia on that episode. I think she did what she needed to do. With me, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and what will be done will be done. Bitch, I will catch your ass outside. I will keep an eye on you through that whole motherfucking banquet. Make sure I know where you at. And when it's time to goddamn end, bitch, we gonna catch up. We gonna catch up. I'm not gonna embarrass my husband because then that's gonna affect our life. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna give somebody power to affect our life. But what I will do is I am going to whoop your ass by the end of that night. It'll just be in the parking lot.
There we go. I like that answer. There we go. All right, so Naya, I'm coming at you next, Naya, okay? So, all right, so let's say you've been casted as a bad girl on the Bad Girls Club, right?
Yeah.
So you're on the Bad Girls Club and you continue to get bullied by this one girl. And this girl know you don't want to fight. So the first incident, she does this to you.
Wow.
All righty. So again, context, you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight, you're not trying to do that, whatever. And then on the last day of filming, she proceeds to ragdoll you in the parking lot, in the driveway. Gosh. Now, the next time you will see her, so let's say security got in between, you couldn't, get back to her, whatever, and again, you don't want to fight, right? So let's say that, I'm trying to take up the screen real quick. So the next time you're going to see her is at the reunion, and it's 3 months until the reunion. Now, do you think you're going to be like Jocelyn, it's on site, you feel me? Or are you going to be like Kyle Richards and, hit the road? What we doing, Naya?
I'm definitely not hitting the road. First of all, 3 months, I know it's coming up. I look skinny as shit compared to the other girl. Definitely hitting the gym. Definitely getting some insurance. Definitely taking some, what's that? The men be taking to make their muscles big? Some steroids. And I'm jumping on her like Jocelyn, like what? Contemplating. I can't wait. You feel me? I wouldn't even they already gonna know what time it is because I'm coming out there with sneakers and sweatpants. I'm never gonna get dressed up. I'm coming right at her. Like, what? And first of all, Jameer, you couldn't wait for me to get dragged. You had to wait for me to drag. I get popped in the head. Then she start dragging her down the street. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta pull that back up real quick. Sorry. Hold on, we should get dragged down the street.
No, and she already
Oh
got
my
band-aids on. Wait, that's not Band-Aid. She had a skin conditioner or something. What is
I don't
that?
know. I don't know
Whatever.
who that is.
Whatever it is, like, no, I'm not with none of that. She already beat my ass, so I gotta come prepared. Okay.
I heard
Vaseline.
that.
I'm gonna get on the stage, all this Vaseline. I'm gonna be shiny as shit on my face. They don't know what time it is. A whole bunch of rings.
Can I say something else? Another thing. Because see, when I be watching these reality shows, and this is how I know I can't be in these situations, because I be getting angry as fuck with seeing it. When I saw Pumpkin spit on New York, or I was all up in that TV like, get her, New York, get her. And a push didn't suffice for me. But it's crazy. Don't you find that it's crazy that they put us in these situations and want us to argue? But then when we go too far, like what they said Portia did to Kenya, then you're going to be off the show. You need to take anger management classes before you can do this and do that. But yet, we're getting put in those situations purposely. But that's just a side.
There we go. I like that. I like
And
that.
then
for
on
sure.
that, but and then
Go,
on
Patricia.
that too, further down the season, they seen how Kenya kept enabling people and like basically like trying to force them to like argue with her to get them to hit her. She wanted that to happen, and they still didn't do nothing with Kenya though. That's what I didn't like either. They will always go to the person that's getting physical. But what about the person that's like saying stuff? Like just keep like enabling
Antagonizing.
them to get physical.
How do you feel cool? Like, how are you getting cool points? Or how do you feel like you solidifying yourself that you beating on somebody that don't want to fight you? You already bopped her in the head. You understand? It's
Right.
like, what do you feel like what did you want from that? What did you get out of it? Nothing.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? And then it's just like, child.
And she kept
I
going
just-
every season, even till the last season that just passed. She still had the same energy.
But this is
And-
the thing. What's wrong with being a cool joint, like the cool girl on the show? Like, why can't I just be cute, have fun, and I'm cool with everybody, and I'm just a vibe. I like to turn up. I like to have fun. Why do I have to fight anybody? Why can't
Because you'll be considered boring.
Or the
What?
viewers,
Gia,
the
what?
viewers. They look at the
What?
viewers.
There's
Well,
plenty
not
of
just
girls-
boring though, Naya, but it's also a competition a lot. If you see with the black women that are on reality TV, they're fighting. Now, see the white women, they'll do whatever it is they do, but the black women, you can literally see them competing of who's gonna be the top person. So if I can sit there and show that I'm big and bad by bullying or somebody that I know that is smaller than me or whatever, or doesn't want to fight me, then that's going to get me looked at. Everybody's going to kiss my ass in the house. It's a competition and everybody's scared of me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but-
That's why I'm not opposed to the bully getting bullied. I'm
Right.
not
Mhm.
opposed to that.
Yeah, but this is the thing too. But I think a long time ago when I was in high school, so I had to be like, it's wild.
Don't
But
stray too far.
what I'm basically saying is, this is the Bad Girls Club. I remember there was a girl, who was it, Gia? It was somebody on there that everybody liked that didn't. She was just cool. She turned up, like everybody fucked with her, but she could fight. But that wasn't her thing. Like, I don't want to fight you. I'm coming on here just to have fun and turn up. But people know she will whip your ass, but at the same time, she cool as shit. I want to be that girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how it is, and I agree with all of y'all definitely. And then I know a lot of those images I put up on the screen. I personally don't know like what was happening in those moments. I don't know if the girl who got hit in the back of the head, I don't know if she deserved that. I don't know if the girl in the parking lot deserved to get dragged like that. But definitely more so of a scenario of like, what would you do? But I love your answers because I got some more for y'all. Okay, so now I am going to. All right, so I'm not gonna do. I was gonna do Naya with this one, but I don't want Naya to keep getting a text. So Cortisha, this is you right
You can
here.
attack me.
I'm gonna go to Cortisha, and Cortisha, this is hypothetically, okay? Hypothetically. All right, so let's say you and whoever you're with at the time, and just for example, let's just use your child's father, okay?
Okay.
Y'all filming, y'all on a reality show, and then he proceeds to do this to you. How are you reacting? You want to see it again real quick?
Yes.
Did he was
remember
actually just laugh? First of all, he could say so. He could call me a bitch, and I'm gonna freak out. So, first of all, if you think you going to disrespect me like that, and we're filming live, I'm freaking out. It's gonna be no way to calm me down. Like no way.
Will he ever be able to come back from that?
But you can't say you wouldn't. Like I done been through the worst of the worst, so I'm not gonna say like I went. I'm gonna say I can come back from that.
Come
I
back
can
for
come
that.
back from that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
just water. I can come back from that, but
Oh no, that wasn't water.
but
That was
just know
vodka.
that by that night he gonna have to think
That
about
was
what I did to him. Is he gonna be able to come back from what I did to him? That's the thing. You just
You heard-
embarrassed me live on TV. Okay.
You heard me. That was vodka. That wasn't water.
She
Oh,
can't
and
even
it was
see what just happened.
vodka.
Yeah, you seen the way she was.
What
You seen the
was?
way she closed. Look at the what?
Look, her eyes burning.
He threw that shit
Ooh.
with some force.
He been waiting all his-
You see it, and the cup probably hit her and all that.
he been waiting his whole life to do that.
he wanted his peach. I'm gonna get my peach today.
Mhm.
All right, so Naya, I'm going to you next. Okay.
Okay.
So, hypothetically speaking, a mutual friend is trying to link you up with one of her friends that you just know for a fact this girl does not like you. You keep telling her, "Listen, I know this girl don't like me. I think it's gonna be a problem." And your mutual friend keep on insisting, "No, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Why you thinking like that? She cool. She cool." So you come to this girl's event, and then as soon as you come, this happens to you.
Wow.
How do you think you're responding to the mutual friend and the person who do the drink? Who getting dealt with first?
Okay, first of all, you know who's gonna get dealt with first, the person who do the drink. But then I'm looking at her like, bitch, didn't I while I'm holding her friend here, didn't I fucking tell you? No, I'm beating her friend the fuck up. Like really, really got her gripped up. Like, didn't I tell her? Then I don't know. It's just not gonna end well. But at the same time, I'm gonna definitely my friend gonna get dealt with later, but I'm definitely gonna have her friend hair in my head, in my hand, and then looking at her like, what did I tell you? Yes, exactly. Yeah. This is a bad John. Like I ain't gonna lie. This is a bad situation. But my friend is responsible. But I'm not gonna fight my friend. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fight my friend. But I'm definitely whipping her friend ass. Okay. But my friend
that.
definitely say something, but
You know what they say? They say, Philly, and I'm not saying this, I'm quoting, Philly bitches beat people with hookah sticks, and you got a hookah stick in your head right now.
I was ready. Hold on.
There we go. All righty. So I'm gonna go to you next, Queen Sharon, again. Hypothetically, okay? Hypothetically, your husband is like, yo, babe, we about to fly out somewhere. You feel me? He surprised you or whatever. And the show y'all fly out to is Jerry Springer.
Oh my God.
But it's the Valentine's Day episode. You over here like, listen here. It's about love. I'm about to profess my love to you and everything. And hypothetically, because I know your husband wouldn't do this in real life. So hypothetically speaking, y'all go on the Jerry Springer show, and then this happens right here. Okay, so now can I ask you? Now I want you to look at it again real quick before I ask you. Okay, so now do you think you are going to be like this person and just run off the stage, or you about to throw them bowls? What we doing?
Throw them bowls.
Okay, well, first I would like to say I don't appreciate you using the big girls for the segment. Okay,
that was not intentional. I'm sorry, that was not intentional.
I'm like, everybody else got skinny bitches, but I get the big girls.
Oh,
that was not intentional.
Skinny person at all.
But look, first off, yeah, my husband. That shit ain't going down. No, my husband knows you're leaving a body bag. I am so big on respect, and trust and love. And I think at that point in time, I would know that it was
hypothetically. And this one right here is skinny. So I use the bitch. This one right here is skinny.
Well, hypothetically speaking, and and I'm skinny like that, and that's a big ass cake. The cake goddamn caved me in. I think that's the reason why I don't need to be on reality shows, because there's evidence of what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think I react. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, so he would definitely get these hands on the stage. Your hands touch that cake that touched me. That means you put your hands on me. So he would definitely get these hands.
So you're not doing this?
Hell no. Your man really? No, hell no. He was screaming. No, me and my husband, we'd have to get our ones and twos, you know what I'm saying, right then and there. But my husband, he ain't crazy.
Yeah, your husband won't do that for sure, definitely. So Eric, I ain't trying to start that. That's just hypothetically, all right? For sure. I got another scenario for y'all, for each of y'all, and then we'll move on to the next part, okay? So now, who I want to start with? All right, so I'm gonna start with you. This go around, Naya. Then I'm gonna go down to Queen. All right, so again, you out at a bar, obviously you filming, you out at a bar, you
I
trying to
thought
have a
I
good
got
old time. I got stand up, she getting mad already. You go at the bar, by yourself, don't expect anything, and this randomly happens to you.
that. Oh my god,
Like randomly?
Janine.
Like randomly by one of your castmates, of course,
Wow.
And again, they got fed by the producers. You need to go start something with Naya, and this is the result of that. What's going on?
I'm definitely gonna be shocked. Probably gonna lay on the ground for 2 seconds. Like, no, this bitch. Like, how the fuck I get down here? Like, first of all, it happened so fast. But while I'm down there, might as well pick up the cheer lead and flip the chair and hit her ass. Like, what? Bow, boom, grab the chair, get back up. Yeah. She already down on the ground with you. So you gotta do some type of UFC fighting thing with your legs. Flip her back down. Somehow get the chair, knock her the hell out. Like, what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna automatically fight because you gotta be realistic. You be thinking like, I know the
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you'll be shocked. Like, who set this up?
Right. It was you.
For sure. All right. So I'm gonna go to you next.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to you next, Queen Sharon. All right.
Jimmy,
So
you put in some sticky situations.
Yeah, like,
So-
you get out of it.
so
you
Queen
can't get
Sharon,
easy, right?
let's say you got casted on the Bad Girls Club. You on your season, you feel me? You doing your thing or whatever, and then out of nowhere, you're sitting down, chilling, and then this happens to you.
Dang. Jamira Morley wants us to get punched in the head.
Real bad. And spit on too at that.
Wow.
One more time.
Wow.
Wow.
And it looked like she was eating too. So walk
She
me through
was.
that. What we doing?
It was. Is it bad that I know every single one of these clips? Is that bad?
Yes.
I know the situation. Oh my gosh.
It ain't bad, 'cause I'm trying to figure out which one is it?
That was
Like,
the Bad Girls Club. That was Shelly, and I forgot the black girl's name, but Shelly was the one that was eating. That got her got her ass whooped. But it was warranted in that situation. But for me, sitting there and that happening, I feel like this is gonna make me seem like I'm such an angry, violent person. But I really am nice, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just reacting, you know what I'm saying, to what happens. Ain't no way in hell. And especially I'm a big girl too, and I was eating my food.
Girl.
Bitch, you came in you knocked my food out the hand. Oh, it's on. Oh, it's done. And Jameer, I should have told you this. The last scene that you just did with a cake getting thrown on me, that actually happened with me and my husband's 1 year wedding anniversary. Big ass cake, and his aunt picked it up and threw it on me. And let's just say they said I did the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in that. It people to hold me back. So you know what
Did y'all fight?
Oh, we fought. I started getting the aunt, and then my husband's mama jumped in, grabbed my hair. So then my sister was like, y'all not finna jump my sister. So then my sister jumped in, and it was two sisters fighting two sisters. I had the aunt, she had my mother-in-law.
We needed the cameras rolling for that.
Man, you put that scene on here? Say, no, I'm playing.
I'm telling you, but look, me and my husband have been together 23 years now. So that was
wow, yes.
That was back then, you know what I'm saying? I think our daughter was like 2-3 years old, our firstborn. But no, so yes, this is no lie. I would really react that way. But yes, if I'm eating, Jameer, if you put your hands on me, period. If you come in my space, if you're speaking too close and some of your spit comes out and hits me on the side corner of my cheek, bitch, you gonna get it.
There we go. Love it.
Wow.
All right, Cortisha. I saved the best for last with you. All right, so Cortisha. Again, you filming, you go out, you having a good old time, you got your hair loose, you got a couple drinks in you, whatever, and you say a joke that you think is funny, but the person that you made the joke about think that it was very offensive, and then she hit you with one of these.
Oh,
damn! I know her neck hurt. She ain't gonna be
one more time. Now, are you going to be calm like her? Like, what happened? Like, what we doing, Cortisha?
no.
Let me show you one more time.
No, first of all, my reflexes is going automatically like I'm going to smack her right back. Like, you just hit me. I mean, no, if I probably was laughing at something that probably did offend her, which I will apologize for later. But at that moment, bitch, you just smacked me in my fucking face, and I turned a little bit. Like, no, I'm going like it's gonna be a reflex. Like, you know, once she hit me, it's gonna come right back to her. No.
Wow.
There we go. It's safe to say that. Listen here, if y'all in these situations on camera, y'all gonna wind up going down, like throwing bowls. And the thing with reality TV, a lot of it is instigated. So they're gonna do things like this where it can result into stuff like that, or like this, or like that. You know? And what I like about it is that y'all gave very honest responses. And what I know is that y'all won't allow someone to put their hands on y'all and y'all won't let it slide, because y'all not going to be like old girl who I'm about to pull up right now that ran out the door. You know? Y'all not going to be like that.
She said, time to go.
There we go. All righty. So that was the end of What Would You Do? Okay. So now we're going to go to the next part of the conversation, and we're going to talk about this current reality show that's on TV right now. It is the SWV and Escape, the Queens of R&B. And okay, I'm here to break it down for y'all a little bit if y'all don't know what's going on. But before we get into it, real quick, and please don't be politically correct and pick one. I'm starting with you, Cortisha. Who do you prefer, Escape or SWV?
It's not who I prefer. I'll say Escape.
All righty. How about you, Naya?
I like mixing. Hold me, baby. All right. I guess so.
Who we picking?
Zion.
That's a hard one, but
it is. I guess I'm gonna do something for the sake of time. Both.
So no.
All right, SWV, I guess.
Heard that.
Okay, Escape. I'm done.
Escape. Heard that. How about you, Queen?
Damn. Look, I'm going with Escape. Escape all the way. I'm sorry. Just keep it. Like, no. That's and don't get me wrong. Love SWV, but for me, Escape had more of the. It was just like, ooh, like, yep, Escape.
I know.
Oh, go ahead, yo. I see y'all.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I'm definitely going to pick Escape as well, but I can know that SWV. No, I'm picking SWV. Just weak alone. I get so weak in the knees. I can
Escape got that stuff.
Escape got a lot of his stuff.
They do. They definitely do. So I know SWV. I mean, they got a collaboration with Michael Jackson right here. So that alone. Love will be fine. All right, we ain't gonna get charged.
They still cool, but Escape really escaped. And they really,
right.
I love Tonight. Like, Tonight is really good, even though it's very short. But I love that song. Tonight is really.
Don't get me wrong, because SWV rain down
on me.
Yeah.
Or doing that song. Can we get jiggy tonight?
No.
Nope. That ain't
exactly why.
That's total right.
Escape.
Right. I don't know that. And that's what I mean. Because see, everybody can go to SWV, and you said they're gonna go to Weak in the Knees. They're gonna go to Love Gonna Be Right Here. But Escape, like they said, who can I run to? And shoot, let's not forget, Escape was in there with Whitney Houston.
Okay.
I'm Every Woman. Escape was in there in the video with her.
Heard that. All righty.
Now you got to play the music and listen to the song, and we can sing a doo-wop. Okay.
There we go. And I do think Escape got more of like the personality, and then some will say they're more relevant today. And even though SWV had the biggest hits, Escape, got the bigger fan base. And this is some things that's going on through the show right now. So just to give y'all a little brief summary, if you don't know what's going on, I know that the SWV and Escape show is, for them to put go together, to go on tour together after their successful verses. And a lot of the issues that started is that they don't know which group should headline. So even though, again, the fact is that SWV got more hits than Escape and they sold more records. So off of that alone, SWV, but first SWV was actually okay with co-headlining, but Escape felt as though, no, we need to be the headliners. And SWV, Coco specifically said, bitch, I sold 10 million records, compared to your little, not 10 million records compared to wherever they sold or whatever. But then Candy and Tiny say, even though that may be true, they are more relevant in today's time, and they will pack a house out more than SWV will, So their issues right now is the fact that SWV was okay with co-headlining, but Escape said no, fuck that. We want to be the headliners, you know. So that's what started drama with that. And then I also want to bring up that, of course, both of these groups, they mean a lot to the culture. Between the sister, so I want to ask you about this. Tamika Scott, who is a part of Escape, there was an accusation made by her that her sister and her husband stole $30,000 from her at the time. They stole $30,000 from her. Now I want to ask you all, when it comes to doing shows with your family, because this is like a family type reality show. I'm gonna start with you, Queen Sharon. Was the sister wrong for bringing that up on camera, or do you think because the money was stolen, she could bring it up whenever the fuck she wants to?
Well, for me, loyalty is everything. I feel like loyalty is everything. But you got to look at it and look at the situation and see that the one sister is she's really not being treated fairly. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was to out her sister or to put that business out there. But when they sitting around the table and they making shit look a certain way and they've been treating you wrong and you keep giving and giving and giving. And Jameer, we talked about this, you know, loyalty is earned. And if you are not giving that loyalty to me, if you're not doing what you need to be doing for me, just because you're my sister or just because you're my mother does not mean I'm going to give you a pass if you're not showing me that you're my sister and that you're my mother. You have to show me that we have that relationship. If it's not there, then no, I don't think she's wrong for saying that about the money, because you get overwhelmed, you get fed up, like you're putting all this on me, and bitch, you stole my money, and I still didn't say shit, and you still trying to make me look stupid on this show. So no, now it's out there. You wanted a reality TV. You wanted people to see the inside. Now they see the inside. I don't think she was wrong for doing it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go to you, Cortisha. Do you think the sister was wrong for bringing that up on camera?
No, like Queen said, like it was a moment of like, even like you could see like on the side, her mom was like, yeah, she jealous. Like you in that situation, it's like, dang, I'm here. Like y'all, it's like they was teaming up on her. And I think that it kind of hit her, and it was like a moment where she just let it out. Like, this is it. Like, I'm hurting, and y'all just not taking it serious. Y'all done did this, y'all done did that to me. And I think that was her moment to kind of let all that out. Even though it was on cameras, I get it. They probably like, oh, you just did that for cameras. I think that it was just a moment like, all right, we still got these cameras in front of us, and y'all still playing with me like it's sweet. So here we go.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, Cortisha, because that was a scene right there where I feel like she was gaslit, because I felt like she came with a little bit more of a pure attention and everything. And then when the mother whispered to the other sister, oh, she jealous or whatever. And then, you know, just to put out there, Latasha is denying these. So we would say allegedly she is denying the fact that she stole the money. But when you watch the show and you see the way the mom reacted, to me, it made me feel like it was a little truth to that. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's definitely a little truth to that. So Naya, the same for you. You know, again, you in the situation. Do you think the sister was wrong for bringing that up on camera?
I agree with both of them, Queen and Shank. For me, I say that because I'm all about loyalty too. And I don't like my business in the street. And I don't like when people can, like, when me and my sister reconcile, people on the media and people going to say, like, she did F up with your money or she never gave your money back. So people always want to throw that in me and my sister's face to try to bring us down and tear us apart. But at the same time, when you hurt and you're not being hurt or anything like that, sometimes you don't give a fuck with, like, the time or the place. I'm going to say what I got to say. And at this point, I have to say it now. Like, it's not even because the cameras are rolling, but we in that moment, and it's just like I slipped and I said it. All right, now I said it. Now it's out. But at the same time, you're wrong for how y'all trying to play me, how y'all trying to do me anyway. So it's like, who really wrong? Me, because I said it on, you know, national TV, or y'all for just doing it anyway, and loyalty lies that y'all got over on me. You understand? So, like, I'm not all about my certain stuff being on, you know, out there, but I mean, y'all are on reality TV. I want to see some real stuff. I'm tired of this make up stuff. So it's like, she said what she had to say at the end of the day. No, it could have waited, but at the same time, it really was bothering her. She said, F these cameras.
You know, and I also feel like it's a difference. Like, say me and Cortisha are sisters, right? And we got a close bond. We're loyal to each other, and we get on this show. And say Cortisha does something in the kitchen that I'm like, damn, that kind of was real shady towards me. I'm not going to bust her out right then because we have a close relationship. She hasn't been doing me wrong. We're loyal to each other. But when the cameras stop rolling, I'm going to be like, hey, Cortisha, you know, you kind of made me look kind of stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, but you can tell that bond with those sisters on there, it's been broken. They've been not good, and the mom has been chose her side. So what do
The
you do
mom's
in that
messy.
situation? Right.
Exactly.
She
No, exactly.
did. Even like after the fact, she could have been like, "Y'all both be quiet. Listen to me. Y'all, you did this, you did that." She was like, "No, you're wrong." Like to
Right.
one daughter, "You're wrong."
And just
Like,
say that somebody jealous, like mom, like.
but she
First of all,
said it
stay
like
out of
to
it.
like she said like if it's me and you, and then we talking about Queen like we in high school, and she like,
Mhm.
oh girl, she's just jealous. Like she did like that with her daughter, and I'm like, that's your daughter.
Those are your children that you are
Right.
literally pitting
Corny.
against each other.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
I disagree
No,
definitely with that.
I do agree with that for sure and everything. And then one more question about the SWV and Escape show. Um Given how big they are, how big they are to the culture, as groups individually, do y'all think and I'm not sure if y'all all watch it or whatever, but do you think this reality show is doing more harm to them as musical acts, or is it helping them more? And I will start with you, Cortisha.
I mean, I kind of think it's just kind of doing more harm. I feel like they was already doing sold out shows. Now y'all bringing us into it more deeply, like what's going on behind closed doors, and then now we gonna have different opinions about the groups. And you see how like Candy and them is more about the money, which I respect that. It's a money thing now, but and then like SWV is more about like they performing in front of people that appreciate them. They going out of country, so like people go have their opinions about that. I just think that it's put a negative light on them. Like, I mean, they still gonna get their check from the show. They're still gonna get their check from the tickets, but I just think that people gonna have more opinions about them, like negative opinions about them now.
Mm-hmm. And
Especially,
before I go down,
especially Escape.
yep. And then before I go down to you, Naya, I do agree with you with that because I feel like the narrative now around someone like Candy, she just got attacked from every direction not too long ago. Is
Yeah.
that she's a mean girl? It came off a little like cocky because to me it was like SWV was willing to co-headline with y'all, and it was like no, we had to be top billers. And I feel like that's a good compromise. Y'all didn't even want to co-headline with them, which I think y'all are both great groups, and I feel like a co-headlining situation is where we can, mutually agree at. But again, it is a business, and they felt as though that they felt like they should have been the top billers, and that's what they wanted to do, So I feel like it can make them look a little bit more cocky, and then it bring up the conversation. Well, SLV got more hits than y'all, which is a fact. But that doesn't mean that they can pack more seats than them, So I know you didn't really get to get into it too much, Naya, and everything, but everything we discussed, do you feel like these two groups coming together to do a show, do you think it was done more harm or help them?
I think I like the fact that they came back together and they did the show together only because it's a twofold to it, but I like it only because the fact that like these are people that we grew up with, and you always want to do that check-in, like I wonder how they live and what they got going on in their life. So it keep us updated, like what's going on. And then again, it shows that like we're not alone. Just because they got money, just because they got their life situated, don't mean that they don't go through day-to-day shit like us. On the other half of it, I don't like messiness, and I come from a broken family. So I'm all about like I'm very family oriented, and I like to reconcile and build relationships. I don't like all that drama in families because we really supposed to be all we got. And to see this, it's like it's kind of heartbreaking to see like, damn, like the mom against this one, the mom's side, and then it's like their sisters that really have to go through this when we're supposed to be, like she said, when she gave an example about if her and Cortisha was, siblings. It's all about loyalty, and we're supposed to stick together. Why are we beefing? So it do put a bad taste in people's mouth about them. But at the end of the day, we all go through some shit, So that's how
I
I
agree
feel.
with you. Alrighty, and the same question: do you, Queen Sharon, do you think this did more harm or help both groups?
Well, I'm gonna be the oddball out on this one. I think it's helping them, and I think the reason why it's helping them is, you got to remember when these groups came out and stuff like that. This was the '90s. There was not social media like this, and now with social media, it is getting them out there. A lot of younger people were looking at this shit and was like, "Well, who are they? Who is SWV? Who is Escape? Oh, I think I may have heard my mom play that song." But not only is it getting them back out there, but it's also connecting two generations. So our children are looking at it, or the younger people are looking at it like, oh damn, that's Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, not knowing that that's Escape. Like she's on there because she came from Escape. Then it's
Right.
us together, because then I can say, yeah, Escape. That's what I grew up on. SWV. That's what I grew up on. So it's making it to where not just our, age group or demographic can watch it, but the younger age group and all that, and it's bringing it together. And I think it's also reinventing them, letting them know who they were. I don't know if you know Naya or Kratisha, but my birthday was last month, and I met Tiny when I went to Benihana's in Atlanta.
How was that?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was awesome. She was really sweet. We took pictures. It was great. But the thing is that my kids knew who she was. They were like, "Oh, that's Tiny." You know what I'm saying? They were like, but I can't say if they weren't out in the forefront that my kids would have even known who she was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's helping them because at the end, the ending goal is to get the money, to get the bag.
Right.
That's the reason why they're on TV, and they're getting it because people are going to go to that show just because they've been, or to their, shows where they're singing, just because they've seen the television show, and then they've got to hear how they are on stage, and they're getting new fans, new followers. I think it's helping them.
I like that for sure.
I agree.
I like that for sure. That's good. Yep. Yeah, and y'all had equal takes, and I definitely could co-sign that because on Queen Sharon's show, Hot Off the Press, she actually showed the picture. So y'all want to see the proof? Go to Hot Off the DA Press, and you can see her verify that for sure and everything. Now, before I take y'all to church, I just got to ask y'all one more question, and this is overall from the whole situation. As the culture is turning when it comes to reality TV, because we know that we can all sit here and say, oh, we want more positive things on reality TV. We want this, we want that. But then in reality, those don't get the viewers that the drama get, So as the culture is turning, starting with you, Kratisha, when it comes to reality TV and Black women in particular, do you feel like this is something that a lot of Black women should aspire to be on? Or should it be something where it's like, you know what? It's good if you get that, but it's nothing wrong with being a regular everyday citizen as well.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's all about what that woman wants to do with her life. I can't say like, oh, that's not good for her. This is good for her. It all depends on what that woman wants to do with her life. I mean, reality TV, I'm kind of like fading from it versus when I first started watching it. So I mean, like, it all depends on what the woman want. It's all what entertains that woman, who wants to watch her, who wants to do it. It is all based on the person. Like me, I'm in a place I watch it sometimes, I don't. But I feel like like Black women can also go for like other like shows like on Netflix. Like it don't have to be it could be a scripted show, but not a reality scripted show. It could be a scripted show. So I'm not saying like go for reality TV, but it's like I said, it's all based on what that person wants for their life and what they want to do.
I got you. All righty. And the same thing for you, Naya?
No, I agree.
There we go. I like that. Short and sweet. There we go. And how about you, Queen Sharon?
I feel like it's something that they should, and there's nothing wrong with them aspiring to be there if they're using it as a stepping stone. I don't feel like it's something they should aspire to be if that's your ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's you. But if you're using it as a stepping stone, there's a lot of these women that were just housewives. They were just married to somebody rich. But, another thing, so I got to put that in there. But I also, Jameer, went to Nene's lounge with Jason and was partying with Nene in her section. Nene didn't have none of them lounges or any of that. And this was a nice place. You know what I'm saying? The hookah, all that stuff. She didn't have any of that shit before she was a housewife. So If you're using it as a stepping stone, but I think that some people get there and they become complacent. And then when the money's gone, they have nothing to show for it. So I think it's fine to use certain things as a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
And just to check on that, if you watch the Ultimate Real Housewives Girls Trip thing, the key thing I like what Portia said was she was saying why she not on a housewife, why she didn't quit, she took a break. She was saying like she started off, she got famous, then she got divorced, got broke. She ended up getting her a business, which like her hair business. She said the only way she can get a name for herself was to separate her businesses from Real Housewives of Atlanta or Real Housewives, period. So people could see her as a businesswoman or on Dish Nation, whatever else business she got besides being a housewife. And I'm like, damn, that make a lot of sense because people will still have their business like, oh, I'm gonna stay on housewife. Like, well, Candy, she getting it. I don't know. I can't use her example, but just in general, some people will stay on the housewives just to keep their business popping too. But she was like, we had to separate that. And I was like, I respect that.
That's good, and I agree with y'all because I feel like like it's some people who may aspire to be career reality TV people, like a Carly Rae from Love and Hip Hop, And then at her old age, she's known for just being messy. Okay, she might got a few businesses. She might have did a couple low budget acting, but she's still known for being just messy. The old messy woman that don't want to tell her age, So it's just stuff like that, But I enjoyed the conversation. I definitely enjoyed this conversations. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank y'all so much for y'all honesty and everything. Now, before I take y'all to church, can you let them know where they can find y'all? Starting with Cortisha, then ending with Queen Sharon. Where can they find you at, Cortisha?
So I'm old school. We got Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at C_Shank with 2 Ks.
There we go. How about you, Naya?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Naya_Rose, which is in my at the bottom of my screen, or in child. I'm all over the place. NYAH_ROZZAYY.
There we go. And last but not least, Queen Sharon, what you got?
You can find me on IG, Instagram at Royal Queen Sharon. Okay, that's Royal Queen Sharon. That's 555. No, I'm just playing. That's Royal Queen Sharon. And then you can also catch me on YouTube at Hot Off the Press. That's DA, not THE, Hot Off the Press. And so, yeah, you can catch me on YouTube too.
There we go. Yep. And then again, to wrap everything up, you can follow me on Instagram at Jameer. You can follow As the Culture Turns at As the Culture Turns. And you can also subscribe to As the Culture Turns, like I told y'all in the beginning. Subscribe to the channel because we got great content coming. Now, ladies, are y'all ready for me to take y'all to church?
Come on, bring it.
Y'all ready to take me to church? All righty. So this was inspired by the group Escape, okay? So I'm going to take y'all to church. First thing I want to say is everybody cheats, but you got to know how. You got to know when. You got to know why my infatuation with you is taking me on an emotional high.
Okay.
I'm caught all up in this love affair. Baby, speculation will bring us stairs. All my friends are asking me about it. To the truth, I can't reveal because you are my little secret. Thank y'all for tuning in. Did y'all feel that word?
Well.
There we go. Well, again, thank you all for tuning in to As the Culture Turns. This episode was based around reality TV. Again, y'all can catch us bi-weekly with new episodes, but make sure that y'all tune in, y'all subscribe, and y'all stay tuned for more content just like this. Because y'all know I'm going to moderate it, but I got my queen tributers right here who is going to tell it like it is. At least I hope they're going to tell it like it is.
We telling.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.